that's what makes me who I am today.
Oh, okay. That's really dope. I like that. I like basically everything that you were just saying and stuff like that, like with the past and really trying to, telling people out there to like not really like, what I'm saying, worried about that. Because a lot of people to
Mhm.
me, I feel like always go back to their past and that's how they feel in the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the thing is, I think I was afraid of going back because I was afraid that I would see something or notice something that, may have happened that I didn't want. And because I was so focused on what I want and where I'm going, as opposed to, things that I did not have control over. And I feel like now that I have control over my life, now that I determine what I really want and I can work towards it. I used to say, I'm not looking back because I wasn't responsible for where I was. I am responsible for where I am and I'm responsible for where I'm going. So I would like stay focused on where I am and where I'm going as opposed to look back. But sometimes it's good to go back because it's those experiences that we had in the past. That's what makes we who we are today.
Okay, okay. I definitely respect that. I
Yeah.
definitely respect what you were just saying.
Mhm.
Basically, what you're saying is it's a growth and you're learning basically yourself.
Exactly. Self learn. Yeah. Who am I? And one thing I realize as well,
Hmm.
in order to know who I am today, I have to know the fiber that makes made me up. And the things that makes me who I am is actually like the experiences that I've had, all the events that went through into my life really makes me who I am today, really makes me think the way I think, how I view things. And sometimes we don't realize that. And so it's good to take a check. Who am I? What are those things that really make me think the way I do or respond to things in a certain way? Once you realize that, then if it's something that you want to change, you can literally change it because now you bring it into your conscious thinking and you can make a conscious decision whether do I need this in my life? Do I need to view things this way or can I view it in a different way? So it's good to take a step back sometimes.
So you're saying basically inside a different manner.
Exactly.
What's the hardest thing that you basically like to people? What do you think is like the hardest thing for somebody to actually learn about themselves?
The hardest thing.
Like something that's like the most challenging. Like I'll give you an example. Me, I
Hmm.
figured I had to leave my past alone to make my presence 10 times better. You know, um, all the mistakes, everything that I went through inside the past, relationship problems with my family and stuff like that, the parents. I learned if I forgave the past, the future will be much better.
And absolutely, I really do agree with that. But sometimes it's good to go back and see what is it that I've experienced because every experience comes to teach us something. What is it that I've experienced? And what did I learn from it or what can I learn from it? What I find is that I used to suppress and suppressing doesn't help at all. I used to suppress it or ignore it like it doesn't exist. In fact, it is there. It is there buried in our subconscious. It's there buried deep down in our emotion, like suppressed feelings, and you act out on it when you don't even realize. So when you go back and take and look at the suppressed feelings that you have been ignoring, then and bring it to life, then you can make a conscious decision and look at it, put a different view on it. Whereas, oh, you know what? I've gone through this unstable situation, so that it can prepare me for what lies ahead.
So,
I've gone through this, and maybe we may view it as unstable, but this is what I've experienced. But just look at it for what it is. This
so,
is what it is.
so you
Go ahead.
feel like you got much stronger.
Absolutely, got
Okay.
much. I would say much more aware.
Okay.
Awareness is more important. I'm much more aware, and I'm able to be a spectator of things as opposed to personalize it and make it be me. It's not me. It's just my experience.
Do you feel that do you just now, right, being an entrepreneur because you're
Mhm.
an entrepreneur.
Yes.
We're gonna get into a little bit real quick. We're gonna get into a little bit about your idea
Mm-hmm.
with the whole thing with the movies you were talking about.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that? Because I could definitely see that can be amazing because at the end of the day, some people are not seeing any more real life stuff. They're seeing more like made up than
Fake.
like yeah, like I always
Mm-hmm.
say like sci-fi. I always say non-fiction, like fictional. You never see,
Yeah.
you don't
Fictional.
see the realness anymore in a novel
Right.
or anything in the person that really goes out. Like inside the communities are missing leaders, they're missing everything, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Everyone that's watching right now, I already know you're gonna get mad, but a lot of y'all are not great advocates. I was a great advocate. I retired
Yeah.
to let y'all step in and y'all did terrible.
I have no doubt, Danny. I have no doubt you're very good at what you do, and anything you step your foot forward to do, you're gonna shine. You're gonna excel in whatever that you step out to do. So I have no doubt. Knowing you, I know what you're capable of. Uh, why I thought about that is that um, sometimes you have to know in order to bring across a certain message, you have to know your audience.
Wow, yeah.
You
That
have to
that
know your
that's
audience.
beautiful because that
Mhm,
that that's a key right there. Say that
mhm.
again.
Yeah, in order to be able to deliver a certain message or bring certain things across, you have to know your audience
Mm-hmm.
and how you can get through to them.
You,
So I feel that if I in order to get the message, that the real core message I want to bring across,
mm-hmm.
I have to bring it across in a way that people can appreciate. It is to entertain and it is to inspire at the same time. That means you open people's minds, you open people's hearts to receive the message that you're delivering, and hopefully it will have a certain level of impact.
No, I agree dramatically on that because when you take a minute, right, and you really look at everything that people are trying to accomplish or
Mhm.
what you accomplished in your past, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna break it down. My awards. I have 253 proclamations,
Oh wow, that's
right?
good. Congrats.
Listen, I'm just breaking it down real quick. I have
Mhm.
those proclamations. I got a couple of gold, a
Mhm.
couple of albums that was
Mhm.
sold. Um, my thing is when I take a look at the future, right,
Mhm.
and then I've seen everything that it took me to get there, and as hard as I can to really move and
Mhm.
really to get myself going,
Mhm.
changes the man that I am now because I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I feel very successful, but then I don't.
Mhm.
Like you being a businesswoman because you own a very successful company.
Mhm.
I love it. Shout out to Arrive Car Services. Please, everyone, realize something too. DNA is being sponsored by
Mhm.
Arrive Car Services. So make sure, go ahead, do your little commercial. Tell them.
Yes. So, Arrive Car Service, we do medical transportation.
Mm-hmm.
My main goal, or our goal, is really to serve, and I'm happy that I was able to step back and follow my heart, follow my passion, and get involved in serving the community. And this is just the beginning to serving. There's a lot more that I want to do in terms of serving the community. So, the main focus is the fact that I'm able to provide a service to patients who really needs to get to their doctor's appointment and back, or to patients who really really wants medical transportation.
I asked you what made you start because you were very successful. You did you were like in New York, right? Like one of the people like walking always jump like in New York and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I actually was working in corporate America for a number of years, head of accounting department, mainly in the construction industry in Manhattan. But I realized over time that there's more that I want to do. I want to do more. More will make me feel more self fulfilled, more satisfied. And I've been working with numbers for a very long time. I think what that did to me is, which it served its purpose at the time. But when you feel like you want to do more for people, I want to really be doing things that will make help people or provide a service that will help people, as opposed to just running the numbers or just like focusing only on business, business, business. Because the more you serve people, the more you feel complete, the more you feel connected with yourself, the more it helps you to find you, because you're serving another individual who really is in need of that service.
Okay. See,
Hmm.
see, I like that. I definitely like that because you said that I'm guessing like you because a lot of people are scared to jump into something, just be like, you know what, I'm done. Like, what made you that one day just go, I'm not really into this not saying into this anymore, but this ain't. I want to do something that is my
Something
passion.
more, something more. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, to be honest with you, I think deep down inside of me, there was an entrepreneur from I was very young.
Okay.
And I don't know if it has to do with my childhood.
Matter of
Gro-
fact, where did you grow up?
I was grown. I grew up in Jamaica actually. Was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Grew up in Saint Anne. So
Kingston. Shout out to Kingston, man. One of my favorite singers actually from there, Sean Kingston.
yeah. So I think your early childhood has a lot to do with who you are. So even though I was working 9 to 5, I never felt satisfied because I knew I felt that there's something more. I always felt there's something more, and I always looking to grow and yeah, always looking to grow and always looking to just do something more. But of course, when you get to a stage in your life when responsibility hits, you start focusing on security. So I've been focusing on security for a very long time. And because usually when you're starting a business, for me, and what I find, it's not gonna just hit the very first time you step out. You're gonna have to go through the growing pain of it. It's
I
gonna
know.
go through the rocky point, rocky period.
The Rocky Point.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go
The
through
rocky
Rocky
point.
Point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
Suffolk County, Rocky Point. I go through it
exactly.
every day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the rocky period of it. However, when you
You said Rocky Point, right?
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So when you go through that period, then, but you see, when you have a certain level of expectation that, hey, this is what I want and this is going to happen and this is plan A, plan B, plan B, it seldom ever happens the way you plan it out.
Oh, absolutely not. Like,
It
there's
seldom,
so
yeah.
many keys and so many things that have to go perfect. Like, people don't
It's
realize something has to go perfect in the universe for you to land it.
exactly. So, I'd gotten to a stage where I was like,
Mhm.
no, this is it. I got to do, what really did it for me,
What?
really? COVID. And I think it did for many people, though. Many people come to,
Give me 1 second. So, you don't think that you probably would have done the company if it wasn't for COVID?
I've always wanted to do a company,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always start and then go back because I think when my fear of not being able to pay my bills, my fear of not having an income coming in, that I was always very fearful of that. So every time I step out, I go back. I keep stepping out, go back. And sometimes as well, because I thought I was going to be doing accounting. I actually formed an accounting company,
Okay.
and I started and say, hey, I'm gonna build my accounting business. I end up going when I get an offer that I say, okay, but this offer is so good, I'm gonna go back because this offer is so good. So I keep going back. But I made a decision. When I made that decision that I'm not, no matter what it is, no matter if I don't have no money whatsoever, I'm gonna do only what I want.
Okay. I
As
like that.
opposed to, so I made a decision of doing on based on what I want, not based on my fear or not based on what I don't want. And that was when I started moving forward.
See, I like that a lot because you know what? You just said, forget it. I got it. I'm going to go for it. And you know what? COVID was a blessing and a curse
It was.
because a lot of people who basically know everyone watching this nigga get mad, but a lot of you cats that ain't got talent that annoy me. No, I'm playing. But
Mhm.
a lot of people though really did go out for their goal.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people did go out for their goal. So I'm just playing around. I'm just joking. But in the long term, COVID was a good helper for a lot of people to realize, hey, I don't want to be stuck here anymore.
Yeah, and I think what it does is that you realize when you see all that's going on around you, you realize that, hey, you don't know when the next time is because sometimes you keep putting off, putting off, putting off, you think that life is forever. And COVID made me realize, hey, what if this was your last moment?
Wow.
How would you feel?
You know what's crazy too, man? Do you ever think of those
I
days in
was
COVID?
I was
Where were you in COVID?
where I was in COVID.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like to know. I started this business in COVID,
No, but
medical transportation.
no, what I'm asking you though is when you got laid off from your job, is that what happened? Like everybody else did?
I did,
Okay.
but the thing is, I felt I got laid off, but I felt I laid myself off.
Oh, so you didn't have to go. You just did it.
I felt I laid myself off because one, I decided not to go back into the office.
Okay.
And two, I really wanted to go. And that is why a lot of times I feel if you get fired, it's not because the boss want to fire you. I feel you fire yourself.
Yo, that actually means that's crazy, but I agree because you get to the point where you just don't want to be there no more.
You get to the point where you're just not there anymore. You're at a different place, at a
You
different
grew.
space. Or not necessarily grew, but you're at a different place, yet in a different space, and it's evidence. It's
Okay.
evidence. So your employer can see that this is not the person that was here a year ago, or this is not the person. They know that
You being
they
a
know
boss,
when you want to go. They
but
know
you
when you want to
being
go.
but okay, so now you being the boss, right?
Hmm.
You see it in a lot of people.
I see it. I see it. I see when somebody want to go. I see, and I rather them go than stay. Because for one, they're not themselves, and it's like punishment to the individual. And I rather them free themselves than go through that punishment.
So you've seen it time and time again.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Wow. See, that's crazy when, because I always said that. Like a lot of the jobs I left, it was just like, okay, I'm done with it.
Exactly.
I grew from it. It's over.
Yeah, and the boss can see it too, and when they can see it, they understand that, hey, I can see it with this person, and they just help you to set you free, set yourself free,
Is it
because
kind of like a relationship that you want to dump, but then it's like you
you hold on because the security of it.
okay.
There's
That's how
something
yeah.
there's something in it that you don't want to let go of. But the relationship is done, but you don't want to let go of something, some
Um,
security
you
or
know what? This
something.
crazy too. It must be hard to be a boss that you love that employee, but then all of a sudden now you see the employees unhappy and they want to leave.
Well, the thing is, I believe I'd rather them set themselves free because what? It's gonna ruin the relationship that we have,
Okay.
and they're not gonna be happy. And if they're not happy, and I can see that they're not happy, then I become concerned for them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Cause
I
you know
become concerned.
that's a good boss. Cause a lot of people will be like, suck it up, go
Mm-mm.
out,
Mm-mm.
go do some push-ups.
Yeah.
Go do some push-ups and come back and you'll be good. Like, nah. I'll
Yeah.
take 3 months off and then call me later. And like, nah, well, you got a new
Yeah.
job. But that's dope, man. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm loving this because you being an entrepreneur, a boss, and then you have other strong goals, which I'm gonna
Mhm.
see you get definitely. We're definitely
Yeah.
gonna do that, man. We're definitely gonna sit down and do the life thing with the advocacy. You know,
Mhm.
definitely. It's a different. I like it because it's a different element. I
Yeah.
think honestly, you should make an app for it. You said you got an app already, correct?
Well, the thing is, I started this like many years ago
Okay.
before I acquired a certain level of experience.
Mm-hmm.
But what I realized, like, I was like so passionate about it because I have the website GEND Media, and I'd like talked to a couple of people. Then that was when I was really really inexperienced. But I follow my passion, and I was just so excited in doing it. But I had to step back because I have to deal with the reality of life. And then, in the back of my mind, or cause your passion doesn't die; it stays there, and it haunts you until you get it done. Well, for me, that's what it does for me. It haunts you until you get it done. And you're not gonna. I don't feel as if I'm a complete person until I really get it done.
What do you mean? Wait, hold on. Why did you point at me about that? What do you mean? Well, the thing is, man, is that we see something that people don't see, and then when it comes to fruition, everybody gets mad. That wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
You seen it, right? You be like,
Mhm.
all right, okay, let me, because let me break something down to you. The anti-bullying, right? No one believed I could done it. I had
Mhm.
everyone doubting me, from my grandmother to this person. Danny, you have issues reading. You have issues talking.
Mhm.
I don't think you can do this, right?
Right.
2 weeks later, who am I in front of?
Mhm.
Governor Cuomo.
Mhm.
What does
Mhm.
he say? Whatever you need, New York State's backing you. I'm
Mhm.
not even kidding you. I'm serious. I'm serious. People that's listening, we made the record. Ed Rodon heard it. He took me to Farmingdale College. That's when I met my boy Scott. Sat there with Cuomo. Cuomo loved everything I was doing because I was the only person out here doing that.
Mhm.
That's like in 2012.
Oh, wow.
Only person doing that. Okay.
Mhm.
I already had advocacy that I was doing back in the day when I was 21 when we went to the US. But
Mhm.
everybody always doubted me. That's why
Mhm.
you're an underdog. That's why I mess with you because you're an underdog. I'm an underdog. I was always an underdog. You know what I'm saying? You can't do this. Special ed. Couldn't read. Couldn't do this. Couldn't do that. That's why I push. That's why I feel what you're saying. I push harder than the average person because I was the most doubted of everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm the most. I am. I don't care.
Mhm.
I know you're listening, Lou. I'm the most underrated. No diss to you. I am. I'm the most underrated because we could go, you and me, right? We could
Mhm.
sit in front of the president of the United States, you and me,
Mhm.
and everyone's gonna be like, "Man, that's all right, man." But then homeboy sits in front of the president of the United States, biggest biggest thing ever.
Yeah.
Someone's calling you. Biggest thing ever, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Let me.
I shall you mic. And then I get looked at, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was okay. That was good. I just wrote a law to save you. And you're looking at me straight up and you're going, thank you. And homeboy never did one thing and he gets all the damn award. And so I don't even, everybody be bragging like, oh my God, I got this, I got that. I'm like, you good?
Yeah, I'm all set. I'm all set.
No, no, but I want to make you laugh though. Cause it's
Yeah.
like, I do 100 gazillion things and it's like, homeboy does one thing. It's like, so I'm like, I look and I go, I don't brag. I don't like bragging. I don't even
Mm-mm.
care talking anymore. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm already successful. I already know I'm successful at what I did.
Mhm.
Charles was like number one for like how long? Like freaking like 3 years. Then he went nuts. Shout out to Hamilton. Much love to Hamilton. Got freaking gold plaque.
Mhm.
What more do you want from me, people? I'm serious. We're in 51 states, 170 some countries.
51 states.
51 states. 51.
But 50,
Because
but
you're in the state
even
of
is
Danny,
50.
son. Yeah.
She's in.
You're in Danny land. That's a 51 state. Learn, America. No, you know what? Can I tell you something real quick?
Mhm.
All right. So when everyone's getting bugged out, annoyed, saying all this, they go, "Oh my God, this is happening, and this is crazy." They go, "Where are you?" I'm like, "In Dannyland."
Yeah.
Why are you in Dannyland? Nothing happens at Dannyland. I sit there and mind my own business in Dannyland. I don't leave the house. My people right now, my fans will tell you, be like, I haven't seen them at the house like in like 3 months. Ever since I hooked this up, I'm like, I'm not leaving. Why would I
Mhm.
leave? Why would you leave somewhere, right? That you're building?
Right.
Would you leave your company to go help another company?
No, you have to make sure that your company is right first.
But I'm saying, would you leave your company right now
Uh-huh.
to go to another company?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So why
Absolutely
am I
not.
going to leave my happiness
Mhm.
to go to your misery?
No, not at all. Not at
You know what
all.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let's get back to your passion.
Mhm.
Like, what do you see yourself with this?
Um, with my passion project,
Yes.
impacting lives, changing, impacting life. Helping people to be more open minded, open and have more open hearts, and having people realize that hey, they have everything that they want to accomplish all that they want.
I like that. I like that. Let's go. Let's go. Have you ever considered being an advocate?
Sometimes, people have told me, I've said it to me multiple times, is that, I don't see why you choose accounting over maybe psychology or something like that, because they tend to feel that I probably have a certain, I draw people. And I don't know, I don't look at it in a political sense, to be honest with you. I more look at it in a sense where, on a community level, where people are just, you know, forming have community spirit, forming a union and understanding themselves more, understanding what they want, and know that, hey, I can go for what I want and we can support each other. So I tend to stay away from the political part of it, but more on a community spirit level.
See, I like that. I know everyone's gonna think this is weird, but and she thinks I'm crazy for this too. I go to a Reiki master once a week
Hmm.
to control my energy, to calm down my emotions, and to relax.
Right.
So that's why I got no intensity because I go to a Reiki master. A Reiki master talks to me.
Hmm.
It's funny because shout her out too. Much love to you too, Virginia. I found her by accident. Can I tell you how I found her?
How did you find her?
I had to go for psychology because I was like, okay, all right, grandma, I'm gonna go. All right, I know I'm crazy. I'm gonna go. Right? 'Cause my grandma goes, you don't listen to nobody. I said, okay, fine. I'm gonna go see a psychiatrist. So I get there, and all of a sudden I look up, and there's like things and this nice music playing and all this cool stuff. And I'm like, oh, psychiatry's great. All of a sudden she's like, I'm a Reiki master. I was like, what?
Tell me more about that.
Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh well, what did I do wrong? I read something wrong. So all of a sudden she goes and plays this nice music. I start relaxing. Starts talking, starts relaxing. Starts using the crystals, I start relaxing. Taking the energy, teaching me how to use my energy, teaching me where to put my energy, and teaching how to,
Hmm.
how the
Hmm.
energies around me control.
Right, 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 right.
I feel like that made me stronger because what happens is now because you control energy and
Hmm.
you control your temper
Hmm.
and you control your in the volume of the room,
Hmm.
the person that you want to attract and the person that wants to come next to you,
Hmm.
you will attract because you know how to give off the same energy that person's given.
Right, 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 right.
Everything to me is a vibe.
Hmm.
And a
Hmm.
vibe, well, a wave, a wave. Everything is a wave. So what happens is you go through currents, right? This is what they taught me. You go through currents. You might get rich one year, poor the next year. Rich one year, poor the next year. It's gonna be occurrence no matter what. But if you can control that energy and have it just in a nice little tie and a nice little wave where it hits right into the ocean and sticks like a pyramid,
Hmm.
you're fine for the rest of your life.
Okay. You know what I think though? And I think how I view it, maybe something similar, but how I view it is the things does not define me,
I
and
like that.
the things that I acquire is not who I am. So if I have them, I still I still am. If I don't have them, I still am. So it doesn't matter what I have. Once you know yourself, and as I say, you maintain a certain frequency, a certain energy. That means the external doesn't really impact really who you are. It's more internal,
Mm,
you know.
mm.
So I think that's the way I view it. So that is why I can don't have a penny in my bank account, and I'm living in abundance. So it's all up to the way you think and the mindset. So it boils down to your mindset at the end of the day.
That's that's crazy though. What made you
Hmm.
come to America from Jamaica? Jamaica
Um.
looks very nice. And then I come here and I get very depressed. It's like I like the water, I like the people, and then I
Hmm.
come back to here, and the first thing I see when I get off of the plane is some guy cursing out an old woman about a parking spot. Welcome to New York, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
No, seriously, like, okay, say like if I'm touring, right, and I come from like Atlanta or if I come from California, right? The first thing I know when I'm home, and this always happens, and you can say it doesn't, there's always some weird old guy next to an old lady. I'm not even kidding you, screaming at a poor woman that's like 90 years old that's trying to get into park like this, just going off. And I'm like, I'm back home. I'm like, Cause everyone goes, hey man, how you doing, bro? You doing good? Yeah, don't worry, take that parking spot. You go to New York, mother. We have
I
the
know.
we have the worst people ever. I'm sorry,
Well,
New York. If you listen, the first thing people that's watching from other countries over here right now and watching me, the first thing when you come to New York, realize that niceness is not going to fly out here. A lot of the New Yorkers are angry, miserable, and crazy, especially when you go right right into Times Square. Have fun with that one. That's why we got the portal shut down in one day. You know the portal? Did you know the portal in New York?
Which one is it?
Okay, there's a portal in New York that you could see in like Scotland, right? That Scotland did for us, right?
Right.
It got shut down in one day. And I'm like, why would you put that in New York? People in New York are crazy. And flashed it, and then they put the 9/11, and then they put a 9/11 picture on there,
and they shut it down.
And the people on the other side to New York put up the 9/11.
Yeah.
And they shut that right down. You know what that showed?
Yeah.
You know what that showed?
Quick decisions.
No, that just showed we ain't got no world peace. Everyone hates us.
They used to love us.
It was so nice. Listen, it was so nice for like 5 minutes. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is so great!" All of a sudden, I look at the news. It says shutting down the portal. I'm like, when do we have a portal in New York? Yeah, near perfect place to put it, right? Perfect. Let's put it in Times Square. Let's just put it in the place where everybody's insane.
Yeah.
I'm shocked somebody didn't flash them.
You keep talking.
I'm shocked that somebody did flash them and go crazy. It was like, ah, la, 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 la. So what? She was a porno star. She wanted.
I don't know what it is. So maybe you should let me take a look.
Why would some woman do it? Yeah, they're definitely crazy, man, over there. They're high off their butt and all that. Oh my God. These people are nuts, man. New York is shot. I'm just glad the world doesn't be like, let's just shut it down. God.
No, but the thing is, I don't think they can shut down New York though, because New York is where
New York is so
things
resistant.
happen. Really,
New York is so resistant. They'll all lose their mind.
you would love it, you hate it,
Where?
but you can't live without it.
It was Ireland. Oh my God. They made us shut it down. Oh my God. Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, Ireland made us shut down the portal.
Let me take a look at it.
New Yorkers, you are insane. If Ireland shut us down, we got an issue, ladies and gentlemen. No, because Ireland, shout out to everyone in Ireland. I like Ireland. Didn't Keith get locked up in Ireland?
Who shut it down? Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't what's in it? No, that's Scotland.
What control would they have?
No,
over-
it's Ireland.
He did get locked up in Ireland.
What control do they have over that though?
Whatever.
Anyway.
No, one of my close associates got locked up in Ireland a long time ago before me. And no, so big shout out to him. Much love to him. There's a lot of cats that I know, man. Like when they would tour, they would call me up and ask me for money. I said, dude, you're the one that got the labels, and be like, yo, bro, I can't get out. They won't let me out. See, I'm not gonna say his name, but he got locked up in Australia. I get a call, and then we did a tour over, and we did something like in Did you tell her I got banned?
From where? Where did he get banned?
Tell him.
Italy.
Are you serious? And why is that?
I don't know.
And banned as in the radio station, or you went there?
Just banned in general.
Oh, you're not allowed to go there?
No, not until 2027.
Oh, really? So you went there? Is that what happened?
It was a.
This is on right now.
Oh, okay.
got
Can you swing over and show that she's on?
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Feel like that. But nah, ladies and gentlemen, I know I am clinically insane.
Okay.
But that's why you watch me. That's why you love me. That's why you care. But yes, 2027, Danny. I mean, Mr. Rivera can go back into
2027. You mean the radio program that you have, or
No. Me.
physically there?
I don't.
How did that happen, though? Tell me about it.
A long time ago.
How long ago did that happen? You went there and they put you out of the country? Danny?
The idiots got in trouble. When they got in trouble, when the idiots did it and the idiots got in trouble, we all got in trouble.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I got
No, no, he was doing a performance, went crazy and hit a guy over the head with a loaf of freaking bread.
Oh, so you're performing in Italy?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
He hit the guy over the head with a freaking loaf of bread.
Oh, oh, okay.
The crowd got crazy and went up. They took us home.
Mhm.
And anybody who was associated got banned. He got banned for life, though. I'm not gonna
Oh,
say who, but he got banned for life.
yeah. You don't need to think about this point.
He got banned for life. He called me up
No
yesterday.
need.
Babe. She don't want to hear. He called me up. He's like, "Yo, I'm banned for life." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Because of your shenanigans, I'm banned for 3 years, 4 years." But I
Yeah.
ain't gonna go there anytime soon. Big
Yeah.
shout out to Italy, though. Much love because you already know Dino's energy drink always shows me love. So big shout out to Dino. But yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, man, even if your friends are even famous rappers, don't hang it. Don't, even though I was working as a DJ, don't be associated with them psychos. Learn, and I'm glad you learned from this. But anyway, so what happened? Oh, the
No,
clicker?
stop doing that noise.
Anyway, when when you basically came out here, right, to New York,
Hmm.
what did you see differently in New York?
Actually, when I came to New York, I was excited because usually you tend to want to have new experiences. Well, for me, and I think most people, I think we appreciate what we don't have more than what we do have. So when you talk about Jamaica, when you talk about our beautiful beaches and how beautiful the island is, then because I lived in Jamaica, I may not, view it the way you do because I take it for granted. It's just like you take your family for granted.
That makes a lot of sense because I'm not,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. Family got the penthouse over in Puerto Rico.
Hmm.
We go to Puerto Rico, and it's kind of like everyone's like, "Oh my god, I want to go to Puerto Rico," but we've been to Puerto
Hmm.
Rico about like 20, 30 times.
Right.
So it's like we got family out there. We used to go and visit family.
Mhm.
My dad's out there right now. He's in Puerto Rico. He's chilling right now in Puerto Rico.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
jealous, but anyway. But growing up in Jamaica, was it a lot different than the
Di-
U.S.?
different. I would say yes. And even in just like in New York, maybe different from down south or
Okay,
whatever the case may be. The New Yorkers has a different personality. We're more fast paced. We're more
angry.
quick thinkers, and I think the reason for that is because we don't get time to unwind. You see,
Nah, I just think New
we just
York is
keep.
always on a
I think
run.
yeah,
Like,
always on a run, 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 and it reminds me of London because I was in London for a year. A year, it reminds me of London. Is that even though London to me, I had to move much quicker than here. Like when you walk, you're just moving lightning speed.
yeah,
So
no,
everything
London
is
is crazy and
everything is lightning speed.
everything's like compact next to each
Right.
other.
And because of that, we have a different mindset. We think differently, we do things differently. So that is why we're less calmer.
And we drive in the wrong direction.
Oh, so
Shout out to Star. He jumped in the car and I was like, "Yo, bro, we're not in the States anymore." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "We're on the wrong side of the road."
yeah, yeah.
No, because London, London, you got two different, I mean, we drive different. You
On
got,
the left and
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
same thing in Jamaica, though. We drive on the left in Jamaica.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
it's a lot different from the US.
So we drive on the right here. So sometimes when you're driving in Jamaica and driving here, you have to make sure that oh, I don't want to go in the wrong lane. And I like my brother would say, okay, just mark this. Make sure that you're always on this side, the side that has the bushes or the trees or stuff like that.
Same
So
with
it's like
Jamaica, or would it be different? Like, say there's I'm going this way. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
we
All I
we
know is,
we're like London. We drive on the left too.
God.
Yes, we do.
No, it's not even
Because
that.
we're
It's just
we're
you got
part of the
me.
colony,
It's not that
Commonwealth in a way.
you got me thinking about London and how
Yeah.
scared I've been in. Like, I didn't. I made sure, man. Every time, I made sure we had a freaking just a cab. I was like, I can't drive. Like, we tried. I tried, and
Hmm.
I'm driving like this, and then things like this, and I'm like, where am I going? And all of a sudden, cars come from this. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you do. Yeah, you have
ooh.
to be careful, and that is why sometimes it's good when you travel and if you the different side, not to quickly drive. Unless you mentally prepare yourself for it because you can easily go on the wrong side of the road if you keep switching.
Where did you stay in London?
I the first time I went there, I was in Tottenham first by my cousin for like 3 months,
Okay, your
and
cousin lives in
then
London.
yeah, my family lives in London, and then I went to when I moved out on my own because I was working there, I was going to school there. I was living in Enfield, that is just on the
On the north side.
north outskirt of London. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I know that's that.
Enfield, that's where I was. But that was a good experience. All the experiences is like very
I like
interesting,
the
you know.
clock.
Oh yeah, Big Ben.
Yeah, I like Big Ben. When we were walking up there, I like
Mhm.
Big Ben. Only
You know.
thing, only thing. When did you ever go to Paris?
No, funny enough, when I was there, I've always like my place to go is Paris. I always wanted to go to Paris, and I always dream of going to Paris. And when I was in London, I had the opportunity to. But my view of Paris at the time, and I was thinking a little bit more romantic. I was like, I don't want to waste that. I want to wait until I'm in this romantic relationship. Then I'll just go with my partner. I don't want to go just jumping on a train or jumping or getting a
I
flight to
like
Paris.
Paris,
I
man,
wanted to
but the
wait.
first experience on inside Paris, man, looking at the Eiffel Tower and everybody playing soccer. I'm like,
Yeah,
what's going on here? Everyone playing
yeah,
soccer right next to the Eiffel Tower. I'm like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden we go in a restaurant and selling snails. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not really into that. Yeah, it was
Uh,
good. Paris was cool, but I don't. Everyone makes it like seem like it's like a romantic area.
yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what I used to think.
I went there and there was people playing soccer. I'm like, I'm like, I think it's from like storybooks and them
Mhm.
teaching us in there. But the crazy thing, the cool thing about Paris was upstairs. They were telling us to go all the way up there. There was like a somebody who had like a house or something like that, like a room and something like that in there. Like in
Yeah,
Paris at the end, they had like a room where I guess they were holding like famous people and all that. But
yeah,
Paris is all right, man. I love
yeah.
the what I love about Paris is um well a lot of people don't know too. Like our ghettos over there,
The
they got
what? Oh,
project
okay.
buildings going down that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because my man Prof is from over there.
Mm,
I met the cat. I used to call him Mini Tupac. Pronos. Proose. Pronos.
mhm.
Promo. Something like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
And shout out to him. He's a dope dude.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
You
no, go ahead.
you know where I went though? I went to Amsterdam. Have you been there? Have you? You
Hell
love?
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. You've gone to what they call it, a red light district?
Red light
With
district.
yeah, when you have all those showcases.
All the women.
In the showcases, yeah. It was my first experience, and now I'm like,
You
oh,
probably thought it was insane, right?
I thought initially, yeah, I was like, what is going on? But then again, you become get used to things over time.
Yeah, that and my
Yeah,
cousin smoked a lot of weed. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
So this is like let's say like what when was it like early 2009, 2010s. Yeah,
mm, yeah,
yeah. So he was up there and they did like the tours and all that. And then when they did the tours, I went to Amsterdam and I went to Amsterdam. Like I thought it was insane, man. When you walk on the cobble, like when you're walking on there and then going straight
red light
down,
district.
and then the
Yeah,
brothel was like right there, and all
mm,
the people are like right there. I
mm-hmm,
thought it was insane because that's the first time I ever saw them before
mm-hmm,
they made it legal in America was selling jars of marijuana.
mm-hmm, hmm, because it was always legal there, right?
Jars of marijuana,
Mhm.
prostitution. I
Yes,
think heroin too is illegal there.
I don't know much about that. But I know marijuana is legal
A
was legal
lot
there
of
when I went
hard.
there at the time,
You know
and
what's
the
crazy?
prostitution was also legal.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
I know. I got stories, but I don't want to say it. And it wasn't by me. But nah, so no, that's dope. So you like Amsterdam?
It's okay. Yeah, I like to explore. I love to travel. Maybe you don't know that about me, but I really, really love to travel, and I love to experience new cultures and new things. So I liked it. Yeah, I did.
That's so dope,
Yeah,
man.
I just like to explore. I don't smoke marijuana though. I didn't go for the marijuana, just so you know.
Yeah, I just think it was cool because
Yeah,
everybody was saying, "Oh my god, I gotta go to Amsterdam!" And when you go to Amsterdam, definitely see.
yeah,
But what I liked about London and I liked about a lot of this stuff is that they had cool like coffee shops.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like people,
Mm-hmm.
you would go in the back and it would be a nice little stage, and then here, and then you would have the shop here, and then you could just check. Like the houses, they look like I'm gonna say like
Very
them.
historic houses.
Yeah, but it looks like something from like I don't know. Like when I went over there and I was like, this is something out of like a novel book, like stuff that
Yeah.
you would see. Like I'm gonna not say cartoons, but like the house is just the thing is like built like this, and then something like slants, and this like I'm like what?
Yeah.
And then you get
Great
to America and
architecture.
everything is just straight up like this. Over there's like
Mm.
it's
You know what I liked when I went there? One of the very first thing I did when I got there was went on the London Eye. Did you go on the London Eye when you were there?
yes.
Yeah. It's
Everybody they want to
beautiful.
do everything in the London experience. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to just get to my room. But
Yeah.
the craziest thing was you had the stadium
Mm.
and it looks like a football stadium,
Oh,
but it's a soccer stadium.
right.
And you know what I saw too? And it was dope. I saw cricket.
Oh, yeah.
I saw cricket
You
live.
you oh, you went to the game?
Yeah, and it
Yeah, that's beautiful. I grew up on cricket anyway because I'm a Jamaican in West Indies.
also you guys play cricket?
Yeah, well, we growing up as kids, we used to play our own cricket. We'd have our posts or have our bats.
No baseball or cricket?
Huh? Cricket, not
Wow.
baseball. Baseball is Americans. Well, baseball to us, it's more of American sports, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But you
Yeah.
know what's nuts? They were doing something on the cricket player, right? The most famous cricket player to LeBron James, right?
Huh?
He- famous cricket player
Mm-hmm.
to LeBron
Is
James.
who?
I forgot the guy's name, but LeBron James had 63 million, right?
Mm.
This other guy who played cricket, he
Mm-hmm.
had 344 million.
Where is he? Where is he from?
I think he's from London.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I forgot his name. I had it up here too. But he had I was like, cricket, people don't realize cricket is probably the most famous sport, right?
Yeah, it is.
In the world?
I grew up on cricket.
Is
In
cricket the most
Jamaica.
famous sport in the world or is it
I don't know.
soccer? Those
I
two.
think it's more. I think it's more soccer. No, it's soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer would be it. Yeah,
Wow.
soccer. Yeah, it's more famous than cricket.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's insane.
but we, of course, we call it football. It's called football
Did you
in
play soccer?
Me? No, no. It's more growing up as kids. We would more play cricket. You get your juice box. You break the
How do
edges.
you even play
You
cricket?
smash
Like
it.
I tried it in school. I'm sitting there like this, and it's
Yeah.
like baseball and go like this, cock back and hit it.
Yeah, but the thing is,
That sport is hard.
and the thing, but I think baseball will be harder because cricket, you have the bat itself is a little wider, a couple inches wider. The baseball bat is less wide, so it's like it's harder to
Yeah, but
really get a
cricket
good
is
hit.
crazy. I'm like cricket. You gotta go and when you hit it. It goes down the hand and the bouncing and clicking and go boom. And you have to
Mhm.
run back, forth, back and forth, back and
Yeah,
forth, back and
before
forth, back and
yeah,
forth, back and forth
yeah,
before the
yeah.
guy gets to the ball.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then it's just
It's
it's
similar
hard.
to,
Cricket is hard. Like I played cricket, and I was like, I'd rather play baseball. Baseball is more easier.
I
Cl-
know. Why do you say it's easier though?
The base running,
Oh, because
because
they stop and then. Oh,
and
okay.
then the defense is harder in cricket when you're
Oh,
playing defense because he hits the ball. You got to go like, and you got to get
mm.
it quick to the person to get him out.
Right, right, right.
The ball in cricket, man, could go flying all the way down there. This dude's scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1,
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
1,
yeah.
1, 1,
Back.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it drives me crazy. Cricket has always drove me crazy.
yeah, yeah. I loved it growing up as a child. I really did. Yeah,
Cricket is one of the most hardest sports, but
yeah.
so we're getting to the nitty and gritty. Tell everybody where they can find you, about your lovely company, where they can find your lovely company, and we are going to definitely start wrapping this up.
Okay. All right. So we're a Arrive Core service, as I mentioned before, medical transportation.
Mhm.
We take patients to and fro their doctor's appointment. You know what I find too, Danny?
Mm.
A lot of people have Medicaid insurance and they don't realize that they can actually get transportation back and forth to their doctor's appointment. So instead, they incur the additional costs from driving, gas expense, and all those expenses when their health insurance actually covers it. So we, as I said, we do medical transportation. We take patients back and forth to their doctor's appointment, and they don't have to pay for it because the insurance cover all of that cost for them. And I can be found on Instagram It's Georgian_Leslie. That on that page, it's really just to share. I really just share information, health and wellness information on there, and we don't really have our website as yet for Arrive Core Service, so I will be getting that transferred over. And but I also have another Instagram page, which is You're It. That's my passion project, and publicly, I'd really want to push that, which is You're It. I intend to have my You're It podcast, where hopefully we can have more conversation about, who we truly are, why we think the way we do, why we feel the way we do, and we can really check in with ourselves because we really don't check in with ourselves. Danny was talking about New York and how New York is. I think the difference with New York and other places is the fact that we don't really get an opportunity. We keep on moving, and we don't get an opportunity to really check in with ourselves and like to really talk to what's going on with me. When we go other places, which is less fast paced, we really get to connect with nature. And when we connect with nature, we get to relax and check in a little bit more. Here is a city, like they said, with the song with what's in her name, Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, New York. If you
New
get
York. We're gonna
exactly
be playing that actually. I'm gonna
concrete
be playing
jungle.
that in a second.
So if you can make this, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And I'm grateful, to be honest with you, for being in New York because you know I've learned a lot. It's like a university for me, even though sometimes I feel that it's time to really start connecting with myself, connecting with nature, and have more time for me. But New York really, really keeps me busy. That much I can say.
Well, thank you so much for being on the D. Well, it's not DNA show. Big shout out to Althea. She's sitting on the couch right now watching the Nick game, and now she's mad. Had to put her on the spot, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, I just want to thank you so much for being here, and it was an honor to have you on the DJ Energetic Show.
Thanks for having
And
me.
for all my viewers, keep listening on to DJ Energetic, and I'll be right back soon.